So are you making the most out of your Esri investment? If you want to find out more ways to invest in yourself with training and knowledge on your software that you are investing in, then you need to stay tuned because we are going to go over all of the different Esri resources out there for training and information and communication that they are giving you. Hi, I'm Katie Scheurer, and thank you for sticking around here at Project Spatial. I've been doing a few of these videos, and the responses that I've been getting have been awesome, and I am so excited to keep this going. So if you are getting value out of this, make sure that you hit that like button, and whether that's on YouTube or on LinkedIn, which would be awesome, where I know a lot of you come from, and go ahead and hit subscribe as well so you don't miss a thing. And if you are not a huge social media fan and you think that you might miss something, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. There's a link down below where you can go on, and all I do is make sure that you know about the different videos that I'm posting out. I don't spam you or get in your email box a whole lot, but just to keep you notified. So please sign up for the newsletter. I would love to have you back. To start off, I wanted to talk about the Esri events. So here is the Esri event page, and they have a ton of different events throughout the year. I would say that their largest event that they have is the Esri User Conference. I think last time there was about 18,000, yeah, it looks like 18,000 peers and 300 plus exhibitors, and it's just this huge week-long event in San Diego. It is truly worth the investment if it is something that you can only go to a couple of times. I have met so many good people there, and I have gotten so much knowledge from the resources that are there, and being able to sit down with an Esri expert or talk with one of the vendors there and sit on presentations that you just can't get anywhere else. So it is definitely worth the investment of going if you can make it. Here's a snippet of different conferences they have available. They have a lot of regional conferences that are available that might be closer for you to go to. There's also a lot of industry specific conferences, which are really nice if you are in a particular industry. They specialize in that, and it's kind of a focused few-day conference, and you can really get a lot of value out of that because all the people that are there that you can network with are involved in your industry, which is really, really cool. And then the other thing I wanted to point out on this page is the user groups. So the user groups on here are by state, and I think it's a good list. I would definitely reach out to the organizer to make sure that you are getting the information correct, because some of these can fall out of date at times. Make an attempt to do it if you don't have a user group already. If you do have a user group and you want to give it a little shout out, throw it down in the comments below. I'd be really cool to see all the different user groups out there and all the different things that are available, and you never know, you might help somebody find you. So Esri Academy, as they call it, has all of their online training, and there's a ton of online training that they have available. Some of it is free and some of it is a charge. They actually have some online fairly formal classes that you can take, which are instructor-led and everything like that. And there's usually a charge for those, but a lot of the kind of self-leading online courses are free and available to you. So check out their catalog, and you can find all sorts of different courses. If you are interested in a certification, you can also find that information on here, which is a great way to just kind of advance yourself if you kind of are stuck in your career path and you're trying to find a way to kind of get a little leg up on somebody, or if you're looking for a new job and you're just kind of struggling, get a certification under your belt, and it just kind of gives that extra little oomph to your resumes. And one thing that I've done with their training, which I think is really cool, is their MOOCs, which I don't know who came up with that acronym, but it is so freaking funny. It makes me laugh every time I hear it. I don't know why, but it's just weird to say the word MOOC. but it stands for Massive Open Online Courses, and they have a little video here that you can watch that explains all of it. But the awesome thing is that all of these courses are a few weeks long. It's about a half an hour to an hour worth of investment each week, and you get to learn all these neat little tips and tricks that you wouldn't necessarily pick up anywhere else without going through an actual course. And all the stuff that you need to complete the course is available to you within it. So almost all of these, at least the ones that I've taken, have all been on ArcGIS Online. So they give you an online account that you sign into, and it walks you through all of the different activities that you're doing. And there's also a forum that's attached to them, which is really nice because they give you a little prompting question at the end of your lesson, and then you can go into the forum and see how everybody else has answered that question and kind of have little chats with people and kind of discover new things that are going around all over the world. So the next resource that I think anybody that has ever Googled a problem on Esri, which if you've ever had a problem with Esri, you probably have Googled it, and it gets you to the GeoNet community. This is kind of where we can voice all of our gripes, we can have discussions, we can help each other out with different problems. You can see that typically whatever you're facing, somebody else has faced it first. And go through all of that. This is also where they like to post new industry things, things that are going on with different products. There's also the whole developer community that is on here that you can collaborate with people that are in the development areas. There's just a ton of information and different blogs, and there's a bunch of Esri staff that is also contributing to this and monitors it significantly. So you know that the responses that you're going to get are pretty good, and they're going to actually try to address your issues that you're having. So next I wanted to talk about the Esri newsroom, and on here you can see that they have a bunch of different things. There's a link to their podcast, there's also a link to their blog, there's different publications. So there's the Where Next magazine, but then there's also these different publications for Arc News, Arc User, and Arc Watch. There's also different news information here for press coverage and announcements that they're making. If you scroll down a little bit further, you can see all the different areas that they do produce information in. I wanted to kind of highlight this and then let you in on a few things that I get on a regular basis. So one of them is Esri News for state and local government. So this is the fall 2019 newsletter, and I just have it mailed out to me. This is something that I've been getting for a really long time because I started out in local government, and I just think it's interesting. Even though I'm not directly involved in local government all the time right now, it's still just interesting to see what are people doing, how are our tax dollars going to work, really. So there's a lot of resources in here, and even if you find something in one of these articles that somebody else is doing, it might not directly relate to your situation, but you might be able to use the same problem solving for a situation that you have. So I think it's always great to kind of keep in touch with what's going on. So this is the Esri News for state and local government. I do that one. And then I just grabbed a couple of my Arc User magazines. This one I always look forward to flipping through. It's very flashy and it's very much a magazine. So it's kind of fun to sit down with your coffee at work and go through it a couple of times. And then the big one here is the Arc News newsletter. And this comes out again quarterly. This is the fall 2019. It goes through the mail, so you can see like mine's got a little rip up here. But these just highlight different things that are going on. It will definitely tell you kind of what's new and upcoming, how other people are using the software, apps. This one's talking about, let's see, app gives Southern Californians up-to-date air quality information. So it talks about an app that they are putting together. And it's just nice little snippets of articles that you can use. Here's another one, creating and sustaining the GIS and geography community. something that I am trying to do myself. So you never know what you're going to find in these, and it's just typically really good, well thought out articles that are showing you a part of the industry that you probably don't get to see every single day. To kind of get back to the website here, I wanted to show you guys one of their highlighted articles just because I thought it was very interesting. It's called How Savvy Executives Are Using Location Intelligence. This is from the Where Next magazine, and the Where Next magazine I think is highlighting more towards the business side of things versus the government side of things. And this article I thought was put together really well. Although it is a bit simplistic in the use of Esri, but it definitely shows how nearly every industry has spatial information and should be doing more with it to make decisions. I highly recommend this article. If you haven't read it already, check it out, and I will link all of this down below, so make sure to check out down there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here at Project Spatial, and I will see you next time. Bye!